Hey guys, welcome to another Binge Zone review. Today we're talking about the Netflix original series, The Get Down, Season 1, Part 1 and Part 2. And before I even jump into my review, I want to bring up the fact that The Get Down is probably the first show in television history that goes on a mid-season break and comes back a completely different show within the same season. And what I mean by that is the fact that we got The Get Down Season 1, Part 1 last year in 2016. The major issue with the first part of Season 1 was the fact that aside from a few great standout characters like Shaolin Fantastic, Mylene, and Ezekiel, there was nothing that really stood out from the show, because the show is about the birth of hip-hop, and as viewers and as audiences, we came to the show to watch about the birth of hip-hop and have them tell us a fun and exciting story about this subject matter. But the show in the first season got bogged down by so many different plot elements. There was like 35 different plot lines going on within 6 episodes, and we didn't get enough of the core value of the show, which is the hip-hop scene and how it was formed and how it was shaped and what brought it about. Like, they give us what brings it about, but I felt disjointed and it felt dragged on. Like, imagine watching 6 episodes of a show and you feel like you're there for like 12 hours because, like I said, so many things going on, and we're in it for the music, the culture, and the lifestyle that these people are living that formed this art form that we know as hip-hop today. Now, as we know, hip-hop is the most popular form of music in the world right now, and the first half of the season didn't do a good job of that. But when Part 2 came out, Part 2 completely flipped the script on what the Get Down was. Part 2, they actually listened to the fans. They actually made the show more about the music, more about the culture, and more about the lifestyles of the characters. Like I said, we had these 3 fantastic characters in the first half: Mylene, Shaolin, and Ezekiel. And there was nothing any other character did that stood out. But in the second part, the other characters, the side characters, their friends got deeper stories, deeper storylines, deeper involved within the plot and the formation of hip-hop as we know it. And we know hip-hop as the greatest form of self-expression that we have in this day and age. And the fact that it's music to cater to people, to deal with people's problems, and to reach out to people and express yourselves. And the fact that the creators actually listened to what the fans wanted and came back with a part 2 and gave us what we wanted. They listened and they still got their message across. They still expressed themselves the way they wanted to while listening to the fans and giving us a great show. Part 2 of The Get Down is phenomenal, especially when you compare it to the first part. The show is 5 hours. Part 2 is 5 hours. Part 1 is 6 hours, right? And I felt like I watched all 5 hours in what felt like an hour. That's how fast-paced the show was. But it wasn't fast-paced in the sense that you couldn't keep up or it was too fast. It was such a good show, so entertaining that you didn't even realize that 5 hours passed by and you're done with the second part. And the hip-hop, the scene, the music, even the disco, the fact that they focus more on the music and the characters as they live their lives. We got more into Shaolin and his drug trade. We got more into Ezekiel as he balances what it means to be an MC and what it means to be a student, to go to college, and the balancing that dichotomy of whether to follow your dreams and become an MC in this art form that is hip-hop, or the Get Down as they call it, that never existed before, or to take the safe route and go to school. We had that dichotomy. We had every other character dealing with their own problems, and the first half didn't do enough of showing us the roots of hip-hop and the other cultures that brought about this change in the community, such as dealing with the Zulu Nation and what they contributed to hip-hop. The second half actually focused on that and showed us more positivity, not just the drug trade, but the helping, how hip-hop helped the community, how it helped people express themselves, how the Zulu Nation helped, how it was more about expressing your thoughts, your feelings, educating yourselves and your peers around you, as opposed to just gangsters and drugs and things like that. And that's what made the show phenomenal. And the fact that they changed the way they paced the show, they changed what we didn't like about the show. They actually trimmed down the various storylines and made it to only storylines we care about, which are the characters that are on the show. These are what we came for the show for. It was about hip-hop and these characters, and the second part actually delivered on that. And the fact that they trimmed out a lot of stuff out of it and they reimagined a lot of it with animation. They added a new element of animation that actually helped the show along. Like I said, the first part felt like it dragged on for far too long, and there are scenes that didn't need to be there, or overall just not entertaining. But when you take those scenes and you turn them into animation, there's some things you can get away with when you animate characters, and you can do things that's trippy or weird, but that's actually visually appealing and entertaining to us fans. The Get Down actually listened and did what it needed to do, and part 2 is a step up from part 1. And the overall message of the Get Down is the birth of hip-hop and how the community adapts to it, how the world adapts to it, and how that the community, their struggles and what they're facing is what branched out and made this beautiful art form that we know it as hip-hop today. And the show does that really well. The music is phenomenal. The music in the first part was phenomenal as well, but the fact that the second part was more fun, more lighthearted, and more character driven made the music that much better. So overall, The Get Down is I want to say a pretty good show. Season 2 actually carried what season 1 lacked and made the show a better show. So overall, I'm going to give The Get Down a B. It could have got a higher grade had season 1 been up to par with season 2, but it simply wasn't. So The Get Down, have you seen it? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, guys. Until next time, binge on.